Let's think about heartbreak and identify the important brain regions that mediate our feelings when we've been rejected. First, for this exercise, imagine your brain as a set of gears. It's a lot easier to analyze an engine or how gears work than the biochemistry and anatomy of the brain. Neuroscientists are working on the chemistry, though, so here our brain of gears sits on a biochem lab table. The front of the brain is to the right. During heartbreak, the flame of love is still there. Just as we see the flame coming from the Bunsen burner on the lab bench, it's heating up our chemistry and driving our engine. That essential flame is aimed at the brainstem tegmental area and turns it on whenever we see our former partner. This area mediates our drive and focus on them. Cruel but true, their presence is still a huge reward to us. Far from cruel, we are so lucky to have this brainstem system. It will bring us new pleasures. But right now, the absence of our love produces emotional pain, and brain regions that mediate the reactions to physical pain are engaged in the insular cortex. The gears, chemicals, genes, electrical rhythms in our brains all work together, and we feel deep pain. Also, we crave our former partner even more than we did when we were happily in love. The accumbens nucleus, involved in cocaine craving, kicks in when we see our former partner. There are some good things going on too, though. Spinning away at the same time are two critical cognitive regions, not necessarily conscious or verbal, but they are working. They work to resolve pain and addiction. They evaluate our situation in a new way. These are the orbitofrontal and prefrontal cortex, and they may be saying, "He and I weren't really compatible. He was distant. She could be too demanding and didn't like to travel as much as I do." It's important to know that over time, the flame in the brainstem goes down. The neural connections that bind you to this particular person will change their high level of activity. But also, embrace this drive you have for another person. Be grateful for it. You were built to feel this, to keep your next relationship going.